everything sort of evolves, you know, and it changes over time. And this is very close to the chalumeau, the original instrument from which the clarinet evolved. The chalumeau, according to my sources, would have been pretty much exactly 16 inches long. That one is. And it was, again, not very sophisticated in terms of our modern key system. But then the instrument evolved, changed a bit, and as it did, composers would write a little more for it, and then we got players would say, well, gee, if I just had a key down here that would make that C sharp in tune, then it would be better. So, and that's pretty much the first key that appears on the flute. This pinky key down at the bottom. And a lot of the early keys were pitched in D. So we got key C sharp, or D sharp, D flat. But anyhow, this is called boxwood, white brown wood, which is pretty hard to find. I think it's kind of almost a generic term for. I'm not sure what it was. But it's a very tight grained wood. And some of that you see is finished, but it's probably something like maple. I mean, it looks a lot like maple. And of course, they wouldn't have used a piece that had knots in it, but there's a little curl in that piece right there. But these are called boxwood instruments. Don't pin me down too much on that. The pads were often felt or leather. One or the other, normally. And some of the designs you can associate with certain makers in certain countries. I'm probably not going to remember this right, but the rings on this clarinet here would have indicated. I think this is in English. Let's see if I can confirm the maker on this thing. Let's see who that was. No, that's an unsigned piece. But anyway, the Germans and the French and the English all had somewhat different ways of turning the wood. So if you find someone who's an authority, I had one here last summer, she just spit all this stuff out for us. I immediately couldn't write it down fast enough, so I forgot it. She put reeds on 3 of these and played, and they actually played pretty nicely.
Wow.
Assuming you know the idiosyncrasies of an instrument like that.
Wow.
Now, some folks claim that instrument was made for Arthur Pryor. But Margaret Banks at the big museum in South Dakota says no. And she knows more about Conn than anybody, and I tend to believe what she has to say about that. So,
Boy, that is really engraved,
it's
isn't
quite a
it?
piece anyway, no matter whose it was.
Exactly. Wow.
I think Dylan's website I think they have another gold trombone that was made for one of the other trombonists.
Yeah.
And they have the owner has it. And it has like a huge price tag, if you want to
Oh
buy
yeah,
it.
you could buy it. Yeah, right.
But yeah, it looks about like that, except it doesn't have the valve.
The valve.
Is that just a C valve, or raises it up so you don't have to go on to...
I think that's right, yeah.
My gosh. I can't imagine how long that would have taken somebody
Yeah.
to, because it's on a curve too. The constant,
Yeah.
not just a flat surface, but going around that whole curve.
And you're constantly dealing with reflections.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Pretty fussy. And these are some Civil War era sax horns. This is a John Stratton piece right here, and pretty nice little instrument for being 150 years old.
Really, it almost looks new, doesn't it?
Well, I think I could make a pretty strong case that Kahn, when they acquired this, lacquered it and took the dents out.
Probably wouldn't have been.
Which is, no, it wouldn't have been that finish. But anyway, still a beautiful little
Still,
piece.
yeah, absolutely.
It's not a bad idea, because when you have lacquer on a piece, then you can wipe fingerprints off. When you don't, they're pretty much there.
Wow.
Did you see the over-the-shoulder pieces upstairs?
No.
In the concourse, we have 5 of those. Oh, well, one. Let's see. Where's? I thought they were down here someplace too. Yes, no. But we have a tuba, some E flats, and this piece right down at the bottom is a Civil War piece, also that is not really shown.
Notice the valves.
Yeah. Nice natural horn, which plays quite well. Looks terrible. The sax on the back there, the gold one, is a Kano sax, which is an F mezzo saxophone, developed by Kahn to become the English horn of the band, and it never made it.
Yeah, it was the last attempt to get in that sax. What is that? All the high tones around the saxophone.
Yeah. And the other one is just a straight alto, the Busher. A very good instrument. Nice instrument. Plays very well. Busher was one of Kahn's techs, and then he went off and started his own company. But he was one of the best.
Wow.
I'm just enthralled.
So are you graduating this year, or did you already graduate?
I have to take one class at MC,
Oh, really?
and then I'll have my BA in music.
Oh. And then you're thinking tech school someplace?
Renton College, Renton Technical, out near Seattle.
Oh, really? Okay. No, I didn't know that school. Is it more for builders, or?
Just repairs.
Yeah. Okay. We pretty much have to start there, probably.
I talked to the guy in Hard Department. He fixes up tubes and sousaphones off of eBay. So he buys something, fixes it up, and then resells it. But he's made some interesting instruments. I went and saw him on the way back from 46K. And he's got a whole lot of tools, and he's in his basement. And when we were there, he was building an E flat for one of his friends. He went from top action to front action on a King valve set.
Really?
And I think it was like Yamaha body. And then he made a 4-valve 20K short action. He had a lot of nice instruments.
Now, do these guys replate the valve?
They usually send them out to Anderson's or Red Wing, sometimes they
Yeah.
don't.
Okay, but they do have it refinished.
Yeah.
I would think you know.
Yeah. It's pretty nice.
Well, the short action, when it first came out, was, the instrument was so out of tune, it was just awful. So I don't know how they fixed that. There were compensating valves, there was all kinds of monkey business, but when I was studying here, the tuba teacher that I was studying with played on a Kahn upright, which would have been something made around 1955 or 56. And the A was so flat, second valve A was so flat that he said, I can't even deal with it. Well, that's, over time, it's pitch on the tuba that's usually the real monster. That's really one of the problems. stuffiness, but